Good day everybody. This video is about JWT token authorization using Node JS-13. So there is a little confusion between what is authorization and what is authentication. So let's look at it. Authentication is basically used for verification purpose. If you go to a website, they will ask you for a login information where you have to give your credentials, for example your username and password. When you give a proper username and password, you are authenticated to go or use the website or application. That is authentication. That means the website has to know who you are, or are you able to use that website. However, authorization is a little different. Authorization is done after authentication. Authorization actually gives you a role to how much or what extent you can use that website. For example, if a website has two kind of tabs where a regular person can go and a premier person can go. So the premier person who are authorized to go for premier can go in both the regular and authorized tab. However, if a regular person or a regular role cannot go to the premier tab because he is not authorized, we can achieve this using the JWT token authorization technique. Let's look at how we can achieve this JWT authorization technique. So let's go. As you can see, I am able to go to my home page as well as login page, or as I have shown before, the credential or the concept page, right? But I cannot enter this play game page. Instead, I am being redirected to this login page because I am not authorized yet to go to the play game page. How does JWT token help us authorize anything in the website? So JWT token can be used to get two type of token, namely access token and refresh token. Now access token is important because this is the token we will use for accessing into our play game site. However, the refresh token is used to refresh the access token when the access token expires. So access token has a short-term period, for example 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes depending on the admin or the users. But refresh token is a long-term token. It is used for like 24 hours or 48 hours depending on the user again. So refresh token is actually used to refresh the access token when it expires and give the user or the client a new access token. So for example, as you can see, I do not have any token here, but when I give my credentials, I get two tokens, access token and a refresh token. So I have a refresh token and now I can go to this page because I am accessible. However, if this token expires, what will happen? I have set this to my access token to expire in 20 seconds. So after 20 seconds this should have expired by now. Yes, it has expired, but however, as I have the refresh token which is set for more than 20 seconds, it refreshes after 20 seconds and gets a new access token, which we can see that my new access token has been created and a validated refresh token has been found. So a new refresh, when my access token has expired, I create a new access token and which can give me a new accessible or new authorization. Yes, here I can play the game if I want, and yeah. So basically this is all about access tokens. However, what happens if my refresh token expires? For example, as we can see again that it is more than 3 minutes and I suppose my refresh token has expired. Yes, there is no refresh token, so my both access token and refresh token has expired. So if I refresh this page again, I am again redirected to this login page, because now I do not have the refresh token which can generate the new access token. So how does Next.js 13 help us to make this JWT authorization? So let's go to the code first. JWT token can be accessible using the JWT token library. However, in Next.js 13 there is an amazing thing called middleware, which has to be stored in the same same directory as the app, mainly the root directory. This middleware will always check when you go to a link or read out to a page. So in other videos or other Next.js versions, you could have used the controller function, but in here we can just use the middleware. So whenever we redirect to any page or any component, the middleware will run first and then others will run, or we will be redirected to page. So I have set up this middleware and which takes the access token and refresh token first and uses and checks if it has access token or validated refresh token. If it doesn't have access token or refresh token, we are redirected to login page as we have seen, and if we do not have any access token, then we call for a refresh token. This refresh token function validates the refresh token and then gives us a new access token over here, which is then saved, and if we do not find a validated refresh token, then we are still redirected to login page. And if we have a access token, then it can be verified, and if it is verified, we are going to the response or the game page as we have seen. And if the refresh token is not there or is an invalid, then we get an invalid access token. Okay, so as I have said that middleware runs on every routing. So when I go to this page, or when I go to this page or in any page, rerouting is occurring, or this middleware page is running before redirecting to any page. For example, in here I am redirected because I do not have any authorization. This is how the Next.js 13 can help us in using JWT token for authorization. Thank you.